Okay, Coach, you take a look at this Carroll basketball team, playing some good basketball at this point of the season. What is it about this team that you liked over the last couple of weeks that you're looking to roll over into this big game on Friday?
Well, the big thing is I think we're becoming more consistent on both ends of the floor. For a while, we were just very inconsistent on the defensive end of the floor and finishing games. We'd get a lead, just wouldn't be able to finish the way we're capable of finishing. And in the last 3 games, we were able to do that.
When you take a look at this team, where do you think you've improved the most from day one until now? It's been 20 games exactly. So where do you think this team's improved the most?
Well, I think the big thing is they've learned how to play inside out, and Jack and Brody are 2 guys that we kind of go through. They've learned how to kind of make sure that those guys make sure they get their touches, but at the same time, where can I make my presence felt and where can I do those things? Dom Kiefer right now has been very good on the offensive glass and just doing a lot of little things that make our team successful. Carter Middleton's done really good at just settling in and getting guys where they've got to get to. We've had good bench play with Lincoln Powell coming off the bench and providing a spark defensively. And Cole Lambert now is kind of into the starting lineup with Miles being out. But those guys have done a tremendous job of just kind of coming into their own and figuring out what their role is and what they've got to do for our team to be successful.
What are some of the things that you're really stressing and focusing on to sharpen up this week in practice to get ready for Friday?
Well, the big thing, again, is just on the defensive end of the floor, make sure you know where their guys are at. Where their guys are, Mac's very, very good, and Radabus very good. So you got to make sure you know where those guys are located at all times. Making sure that on the defensive end of the floor, we rebound first. Make sure that we rebound before we're going to the other end of the floor. And then offensively, again, it's going to be about finishing. There's going to be good plays made in this game. There's going to be bad plays made in this game. I mean, last year, we played with them about 3.5 quarters, and they kind of spurted out on us at the end. And in the regional, we were behind big and came back and made it a game. So I just want this game to be a little bit more consistent in terms of just them being at their best, us being at our best, and see where it goes from there.
Because you guys still have 2 SAC games going, you haven't played as many games in conference as you have, but you are still in the hunt for a conference championship very much. And I know Snyder's done their 7-2, South's done their 7-2, but it feels like people have been talking about them from day one. They played more games, but you guys are still there. Like you guys. People have to wake up on the Carroll Chargers, but do you kind of like maybe an underdog role, or the fact that you guys still have a chance, but there's not maybe all that crazy noise around you guys?
Well, a little bit, and I think it's again, our schedule is very brutal at the beginning of the year. In that Homestead tournament, you play a lot of really top teams there. We played Penn early in the year. We played Fisher, so I mean our schedule has gotten us ready to go. It's just you got to be consistent in the SAC night in and night out. Anybody can beat you on any given night, and we've lost 2 as everybody else has. So we've still got 2 more to play. Obviously, it starts with Friday night against Homestead, rival game. So our guys should be ready to go for that one, and then you just got to be able to finish it off if you're fortunate enough to get that one.
Yeah. Final question. You're talking about it's our game of the week on the Highlight Zone, SAC game, rivalry. Huge crowd expected. Like, what are you most looking forward to about a night like this in Indiana high school basketball? I mean, this is what you do it for.
It is. It's what you do it for. And again, it's back to that whole, again, you want to be at your best. You want them to be at their best, and see where it goes from there. And somebody's got to be able to make plays down the stretch. It's going to put themselves in a position to win the game. And then if we are fortunate enough to do that, we've got to finish it off when we have the opportunity to do so.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, looking forward to it.